Hello, I'm Maria. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada, and today I'd like to show you how to make this card using Nature's Beauty designer paper. Now, if you haven't gotten this paper yet, honestly, it blew me away. It came today, and I just had to make the card. As soon as I saw all the different patterns, here is the paper. And this is what I made the card with. There's two 12 by 12s, and look at, you just cut it in half. Here's the other half. And it just makes a gorgeous card, and you don't have to do any stamping. And I mean, in a matter of minutes, you've got a card. Now, there's all these other gorgeous colors too that I'm sure I'm going to be kept busy in the next little while. So here's the card, and along with it, I use a stamp set. Nature's Harvest stamp set, and I use the thank you, and I'm going to use this one for the inside. So let's get started. And I'm going to use, here's the supplies that I'm going to use. I use a gray granite designer paper, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. It makes a top fold card. And the designer paper, the pattern paper, I cut at 3 3/4 by 5, and the mat is just 1/8 of an inch bigger, just to give it a small little margin around it. And for the inside, I have similar. I used the gray granite for the inside to write on as well, and Early Espresso matte. Now, in addition, I have a piece of Early Espresso here that I die cut with this die, which is one of the basic border dies. And I'll add that here. And then I'm adding this ribbon, which is, if I can find my ribbon here. Here it is. It is the Fine Art ribbon. It is from the annual catalog. And I thought how beautiful that would be with the gold glitter in the card. And a little bow. And I've already embossed the thank you. And you can use whatever sentiment, but I thought the gold embossing is so pretty. Okay, let's get going making this card. Now, I'm going to use these embellishments as well. Now, you're probably seeing this. This is from last year, and I couldn't resist putting this little pine cone embellishment on it. Okay, now I'm going to deviate from my card a little bit here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take a finger dauber and Early Espresso ink. And I am going to apply some ink around the edges. I have my little pussycat Inky here, who is being very friendly right now. So if you see a little black paw, that's who it is. Yeah, who am I talking to, eh? Yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to put put some ink on the edges. And I think you'll see that that really makes a big difference when it comes to what the card looks like. Yeah, this little black cat is being very affectionate today. I had him at the vet today because he was starting to lose weight, and I just was a little concerned about him. Oops, don't stay away from the camera, sweetie. Okay, I'm going to do the inside as well. I'm going to apply some ink to the edges. There we go. Sometimes when I'm filming, the cats don't know who I'm talking to, so they come up here and have a look to see what I'm doing. So, okay, so here we have, there's my sample card, and here is what it would look like with the sponging. I think that makes a dramatic difference. I quite like that. Okay, now let's put this together. Now I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal. Isn't the other side of this paper gorgeous? I almost hate to cover it up. There go. Just mat that. And then what I'm going to do, and I'm going to have my scissors handy for this. I always cut it a little bit longer than what I need, is I am going to add this right about here. Okay. Right. I think that's good. And then I can turn it over and then trim and trim. And then I'm going to add this ribbon. Now, isn't that gorgeous? You can just see the gold just being picked up here. And I'm going to do a little bit of, that'll hold the ribbon down. Sometimes I'll just put tear and tape adhesive. I forgot to bring it with me, so I'm going to have to do this. And then on the other side, oops, it's about time for a refill, I think. Okay, now I think I can adhere it to the card base. Yeah, definitely, I think it's time for a refill. Okay, let's add that. And I have the bow already made, so I'll just add that with some glue dots. And here is where my lovely pick tool comes in. I'll just pick up a couple of glue dots. And add my bow, my ribbon bow, and then I will add my, I can find my sentiment, here it is. I can add it right there. I'm just going to tuck it underneath. Whoops, my little pussycat just jumped all over me, sorry. Okay. He hasn't been feeling well for a while, but all of a sudden he's feeling well and he wants hugs. Now is not the time, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll just put that like that. And that is the front of the card. Now for the inside, I'll just do a bit of stamping here. And I have the stamp, and we'll use Early Espresso ink. And perfect. I almost added it without matting it with the Early Espresso. There we go. There we go. And there is my card. So, and of course, I forgot the embellishments. And these are beautiful because they go with all the different metallics. There. So, there's my sample. There is my card. So, how do you like the sponging along the edges? I quite like that. But that's two different ways of doing a simple card using designer paper with minimal stamping and a ribbon, and you have a card in 5 minutes. Thanks very much for watching.